Fellas, Destiny 2 has always been somewhat complex, both for new and returning players. However, Guardian ranks are a really big step in Bungie trying to give guidance to new players, as well as give us, veteran players, something to grind for. Now, with the Guardian rank system, Bungie also introduced yet another tool meant to make interactions between Destiny players more positive, supportive, as well as proactive. We're talking today about commendations. Now, this video isn't just about giving your well-lock a pat on the back for the years of dedicated service. Instead, though, we've got all the juicy details on how to farm this new social currency, because it's important. You are going to need a lot of commendations. So first, let's dive into what are commendations, why do we need them, and what's the best way to become the most commended guardian in your clan. Now, starting with the Commendation Basics. If you've been playing Destiny over the last week or so, you've likely seen this menu. Your whole fire team is in a line, and clicking on them gives you these commendation cards. This allows you to review each player's performance with cute tags like thoughtful, fun, perceptive. You can give them out at random, but if you really notice a standout member of your team, you can specifically show them love. Perhaps they clutched up in that final game of trials. Hell, the least we can do is commend them. So that's essentially what commendations are. But why are they important? Here's a few reasons. First, giving 20 commendations a single week will give players a powerful gear reward from Hawthorne in the Tower. Not going to be something beneficial later in the season, but right now, that can really help you. With so many people still below the powerful cap of 1800 after the expansion went live, handing these bad boys out is an easy way to snag a few levels. Second, commendations you've earned now show up on your player card and account when viewed by other players. So alongside things like your fashion and your flair, commendations are another flex. Now, Guardian ranks 1 through 6 are meant to get new players up to speed, but ranks 7 through 11 require more skill, as well as completion of certain activities to really showcase mastery and understanding of the game. Bungie intent here is for LFG players to see somebody who's ranked 7 or higher and know that they are trustworthy, or they're very good at cheesing things. Which, look man, don't hate the cheese. That's literally part of being a Destiny player. Now, to get that rank, you need commendations. Rank 7 requires players to receive 750 commendations by the end of the season. Now, it's not just rank 7. That number gets higher and higher, getting as high as 6,000 commendations for rank 11. Hence why we're making this video right here. Now, Guardian ranks and their objectives for commendations have a blue gradient on it, which means that this particular triumph will be reset at the end of the season, and you'll have to get it all over again next season to raise that Guardian rank again. Now, hopefully Bungie will change this, because 6,000 commendations, which is what's been data mined currently for rank 11, is a ridiculous amount. That's like the equivalent of running 200 to 300 raids. Completely, fellas, start to finish. Now, there is a chance Bungie will adjust how fast score can be earned, or how much is actually needed for a Guardian rank. Again, like weapon crafting in the past, Bungie walked back a lot of different currencies, and hopefully commendations will be dealt with. At the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if Bungie just lets this fly, at least for a season. Now, Commendation Score. This is actually broken down into different categories. There are 4 categories of commendations that can be given that are each color-coded. If you use colorblind settings in the game, though, these colors do correspond to those settings. Now, the individual commendation names aren't important for this video, though you can always review them in your journey tab in-game. Now, each category provides players a different amount of commendation score when awarded. While the most vary, the Gold Master Commendation card always award the most points, and those can be earned from Gambit, Crucible, and Trials, as well as raids and dungeons. Again, if you got that one player on your team that just absolutely carried and popped off, or maybe they had the most luscious of voices, drop them with that gold commendation. Now, to be clear, a single commendation is the little card you click on after the game, and giving 20 of those gives you that powerful gear every week. Now, Commendation Score is a point value that you receive when somebody gives a card to you, and that is what contributes toward your commendation breakdown bar and your Guardian ranks. Of course, you can't control which type of commendation you receive, or can you? While the commendations you can give at the end of each match seems to be random, you can get to the commendation screen a lot more often using these farming methods. Now, I'm going to give you 2 methods. One of these is very easy, as you only need a 3-man fire team, and you literally do nothing but load into an activity. Guys, with this, if you spend 20 to 30 minutes doing it, you will easily get that 750 commendation score, allowing you to reach rank 7. Essentially, though, get a 3-man fire team, load them into a Master Wellspring in the Throne World, make sure you equip a rocket launcher before you enter the activity, as Master Wellspring will lock your loadout, so put it on before you actually queue up. And then step 2, once you load in, literally blow yourself up and proceed to hand out the points. And that's it, guys. Commendations done. I think you get somewhere around like max 40 commendations. We're gonna get into diminishing returns in just a moment, but this is a very easy farm. The only downside to the Wellspring farm is you cannot give out gold cards, only the green and blue ones. The upside is you don't need a full fire team to run this farm. So if you're in our Discord and if you're looking for people to do this with, finding 2 other members to run it is super easy. Now, the second farm. This one rewards substantially more commendations, but it does require a little bit of extra work, and that is as the Last Wish farm. Essentially, guys, you're gonna bring an entire fire team, so a full squad of 6. You're gonna load into the Last Wish raid, and you're gonna go to the wish wall. Then you're gonna enter this code on the wall to wipe the fire team. Now, this can take a while if you do so manually. However, there is currently a macro going around, and we will link that down below in the description of this video. Now, macros are allowed in Destiny, so this is not cheating. However, this substantially cuts down time. Like, watch this team right here, all manually putting in the code here while I'm sitting here just being a lazy ass. And then watch this one guy doing the macro. You seeing this? This is insane. This allows you to go from doing this in 2 to 4 minutes to essentially completing it in 60 seconds or less. Now, upon doing that and entering the correct code, you step on the middle platform, this wipes the team, and then you can give out commendations. Now, Last Wish is very good, not only because it's quick, but it's also a raid, so you can actually give and receive gold mastery cards. Keep in mind though, it does require 6 people to do this farm, but you get a substantial amount of commendations, like somewhere around 90, and then it starts to drop off, which actually brings me to some of the issues with this farming. All of this I know seems very easy on paper, but there is a lot of behind the scenes math happening that does require you to get a brand new fire team every 5 runs. Again, Bungie wants this to be a tool for social engagements and not just another currency to grind for. At the same time, Bungie, 6,000 commendations? What the hell? Now, if you're gonna farm this score, here's what you need to know. Repeated commendation awarding grants diminishing returns. So if you farm the same activity with the same group of people, every run will start receiving less and less score per commendation. Now, I'm sure there is a cooldown to this. Like, it's seeing us complete this activity too many times in a row, and that's why the diminishing returns are taking effect. What this really requires you to do is find another team. Hence why we're promoting our Discord. Literally join the Discord, guys, get a squad, do 5 runs, and then get another squad. Now, the activity results screen also has its own issues. Activities like Gammon and Crucible don't always give enough commendations to reward the entire team. Now, this isn't something unusual. Games like Final Fantasy really only allowed you to commend one person in an activity, like a dungeon. And over in Final Fantasy, you can actually take those commendation points you receive and spend it on very good gear. Bungie could potentially do something like that in the future. Now, the results screen also doesn't last too long, and this can result in you not being able to award commendations after the match. Now, I know this doesn't seem like a big problem on paper, but unless you manually access results after every single match activity, you actually might miss your chance to hand these out. And if you're making that mistake, someone else might be making that mistake, thus resulting in you not getting commendations after doing so many activities with people randomly throughout the solar system, thus making this commendation farm so essential. Now, there is a bug currently affecting the game that is causing players and inventory to load improperly, resulting in entire players, even your own hands and weapons, to become transparent. Now, while this seems like a visual bug, it's much deeper than that. In fact, if you're affected by the bug and can't see a player, you can't commend them. And the same is true for them. We actually went invisible a number of times yesterday, and it was kind of weird because we went invisible and then became visible again, and then completed the Last Wish raid, and we're still able to commend each other. But in order to fix this bug, normally you have to restart your activity. But this is definitely something affecting everyone. With that being said, guys, commendations is still a wonderful system, and I'm so glad Bungie finally added it. I loved it in Final Fantasy, and having it here in Destiny, it feels good to be commended, even if you are just farming it. So guys, good luck. Again, if you're looking for a squad, come by our Discord. And at the end of the day, you do not have to do this. Again, Guardian ranks past rank 6 is just a flex. But hell, some would say flex and fashion are both the end game for Destiny. Fellas and ladies, thank you all for coming and watching. And as always,
slap that like button like your mama told you right.